Fala meus amigos, como vai? Tudo bem? Aqui quem fala é o Cubo, retornando com mais uma gameplay de Final Fantasy XVI. Estamos fazendo as missões secundárias, tem um monte espalhado no jogo. Agora é a vez aqui do Aladdin, o Lobo.
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats, and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws. And they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
Claro que a gente quer ajudar.
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
Priorizar, vamos lá. Limites traçados.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor?
A League of Outlaws.
Do outro lado. Tá.
Sounds like we have some competition.
The other forges though.
Pessoal, deixe seu like aqui no vídeo. Se puderem se inscrever, se não for inscrito ainda, agradeço. Também.
Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver, just out there across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Vamos lá então. Deixa eu achar o Chocobo.
Ready, go? Faster! Those ne'er-do-wells.
Vamos no acampamento dos bandidos. O deserto ficou mais cheio de bicho agora também. Chegando. Dá pra ver já os bandidos aqui.
must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
Às vezes mais esmirridinho. Bandido astuto. Aqui o Drogo tava na mão. Até agora foi de boa.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you?
Onde você acha?
Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar.
What?
Saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
Vamos lá. Descobrir o que tá rolando.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running.
But we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They'll listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Vamos lá, Roberto.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
He knew all along that he was...
Povo bem sem noção também, né? Fica brigando por causa disso.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
Já esqueceu,
As
cara?
have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil. And they will thank you not to get involved.
Nossa. O povo aí tá.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But
Mas.
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor,
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us.
We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones, it is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
how could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here, a reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then, I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Missão concluída, mas com gosto de droga. Mas provavelmente vai ter uma continuação essa parte ainda dessa história.
Why is everyone being mean to Lubor? He didn't do anything wrong.
I'm going to go with him.
Why didn't he tell us?
Os aprendizes.
If you're going to try and convince me to stay, save your breath. I will not put those children at risk.
Tá, a gente resolveu, né? Entre aspas, as questões aqui. Agora nessa parte aqui só falta mais uma missão secundária. Pelo menos no momento, né? Vamos viajar pra cá. Vamos resolver ela. Aproveitar e também comprar mais poção.
Welcome, welcome. Of course.
Tá, vamos lá. Dá um carinho no Torgal também, vamos lá.
After it.
Oh, biscoito. E aí?
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
Tá bom, vamos lá.
All right.
Dever
I'll go
there.
meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Priorizar a missão, vamos lá. Os livrinhos aí, se quiserem ler.
A
Tem uma
village built
pausa.
around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing.
Tô achando que eu vou ficar mais rápido se eu vier pra cá e daqui pra lá. Preguiça de caminhar.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Dá pra ver daqui as ruínas.
right.
A gente vai ter que entrar nessa caminho.
Thanks, Gal.
Trancado o caminho aqui. Acho que talvez tenha que ir por aqui então, Vila do Titã. Ah, é por lá, gente. Desculpa. O cara tinha falado mesmo que é uma coisa de Vila do Titã. Eu não prestei atenção.
Come on.
Por aqui? Por aqui.
Run like the wind. Time to fight.
Mas não quero time to fight. Quero time to run. Mas subir. Ele vai me atacar. Escapa antes dele vir? Não, não escapa. Marsupial. E só me atacou e voltou. Que filho da mãe, cara. O que temos aqui? Oh, não temos nada.
This might take a while. Stay down.
Uma coisinha aqui. E um guardião aí.
This would be easy.
Quebrar as defesas dele o máximo que a gente puder. Ah, não deu tempo de escapar.
There's a good boy.
Vai, morre, cara. negocinho aqui. Anel do Demolidor. Tá, vamos lá pra parte correta. Estamos chegando, eu acho. Tem até um obelisco ali. Bom, que vai facilitar a nossa vida pro futuro. Chegamos. Todo mundo morto aí?
Oh no. You'll pay for this. May still be survivors.
Acabar com esses. Vai aparecer mais daqui a pouco, hein? Muito pouco. Tô achando que pelo menos um grandão vai aparecer. Oh, um Vivi aqui, espantalho.
Whatever that thing is,
Pirita?
I'd say it's their leader.
Droga. Deu boa.
Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Dá uma olhadinha aqui. Agora tá desbloqueado o caminho pra cá. Dando uma olhada, ver se não tem nada pra cá. Uma escada. Opa, baú sim. Outro baú. Não dá pra chegar lá? Sério? Sério. Vamos voltar lá pra concluir essa missão. Tem que comprar umas poções agora também.
Welcome, welcome.
Obrigado,
Of course. A fine choice.
Cadê o Loquito? Tá aqui dentro. E aí?
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
Bem, a missão foi concluída. Dever eterno concluído. Alento de gelo. E o tempo de recarga da era do gelo em 1.5. Tá. Concluímos todas as missões secundárias que tinham aqui nessa parte. Vamos pra Rota Dourada. Daí, eu não sei, ainda tenho dificuldade de clicar no mapa mundo, desculpe. Aqui. E aqui. Era tão mais simples eu ter feito isso, né? Eu sei. Aqui é o Crevor, onde a gente tava nas ruínas, né? É. Beleza, desbloqueamos uma parte do mapa. Falta só mais essa aqui. Bom, pelo menos dessa parte do que tá mostrando no mundo. Vamos lá. Daí depois a gente faz a missão ali do esconderijo. Hey, Martha.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Claro, vamos lá.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens?
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Vamos lá, revogando as chamas 2. mercadoria não, comércio. Deixa eu dar uma olhada no comerciante aqui.
How do?
Espada rúnica. Alento do gelo. Geada. Satélite. Vou deixar comprado isso aqui só pra finalizar todos os itens que tem aqui. Quer dizer, quase todos.
There you go.
Pronto, agora
Take
todos.
care out there, eh?
Viagem rápida, vamos lá. Lago Leste.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our own food.
The victuals Martha sends us are more than enough for me.
Tá folgado, hein, amigão? Tem que plantar sua própria comida assim, cara.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
Sementes de Gessal.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lacked men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them.
Ok.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
Os caras nem olham pros olhos dele.
You would send us to the slaughter. To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for.
Martha.
Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Okay.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Vamos pro ataque então.
The calm calm before the storm.
Primeira
And here it comes.
leva de monstros chegou.
Not let this village fall.
Acabar com esses voadores aqui. O resto do chão a gente dá mais uma concentrada depois. Eu achei que parecia algum inimigo mais forte, tava poupando nossos ataques mais difíceis.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rushfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Vamos lá então. Dar um call. Atrás de chocobo.
Come to tell me an Akashic curl's heading towards the rest? Get yourself down there.
Tá.
Come on.
Isso aqui... Tá, vou virar aqui mesmo. preguiça de desmontar. Teria sido mais rápido, eu acho, mas... Ah, uma brincadeirinha, né? Tinha a impressão que tinha visto alguma coisa voando ali na frente.
Alright.
Acabar com esses daqui de uma vez.
Stay down.
There it is. With me, Toggle.
Já era. Inimigo derrotado. Vibrar. Vibração de cor.
Alright.
Vai chegar o pessoal. Não, achei que eles iam chegar atrasado aí. Hey, come back.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool.
Conseguiram. Viu só?
Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
Isso aí, galera. Mãos à obra.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an East Poolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind Marshes?
How could I forget?
Primeira missão do jogo foi essa, pô.
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Thank you again for all you have done for me and mine, my lord. You may rest assured that Eastpool will be safe in my hands. Thanks to you.
Ok, vamos voltar lá pro repouso da Marta, receber nossa recompensa. E vamos pro esconderijo, ver qual que é a outra missão secundária que tem lá. Pode ser que na hora que a gente finalizar essa missão aqui tenha desaparecido de lá também, mas vamos confirmar, né?
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And Do you know what he did? He smiled, and then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, to make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Missão completa. Concluída. É a Vivanda Chama 2. Placa Repouso da Marta. Vamos agora. Aqui não tem mais nada de missão? Não tem. Vamos pro mapa. Em volta aqui do mapa principal, pelo menos, não tem nada. Então, vamos aqui para o esconderijo. Manteve ainda o símbolo de alguma missão secundária. Quer dizer que alguma coisa vai estar pra gente fazer. Vai ser missão de carta. Então vamos lá.
Come back.
Ela nem conversa com o Clive. Eu até entendo, né? Tipo, ela ser devotada ao Joshua, mas podia ter feito uma participação melhor pra ela, eu acho, pelo menos. Tá cheio dessa.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Isso aqui é até que interessante, né?
It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
Vou tentar aumentar um pouco o nosso level aqui. O que vocês acham? Não precisa ficar no lugar do... Vamos tentar deixar assim mesmo. Quero tentar ganhar mais level.
What do you recommend?
Ali a biblioteca, nosso quarto fica pra cá. É isso, né? Isso. Vamos ver a missão secundária que tem disponível aqui. Hey,
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to Eastpool, but as soon as the rebuilding work is complete, I promise to return.
Já devia ter ido, meu amigo. Tava lá agora há pouco, não te vi lá. Tá preguiçoso. Tá aumentando a quantidade de coisas que a gente tem aqui na nossa galeria de tesouro, hein? Ainda tem bastante tesourinha pra coletar, mas tá indo bem. Então, beleza, carta aqui. Nossa maneira, lamento que você e o Bobão tiveram que se envolver no meu passado cruel e sórdido, mas por você ter Esse metido finalmente pôde dar um fim a assuntos que demoraram demais para ser resolvidos. Agora que tudo isso acabou, talvez eu possa descansar e aproveitar um novo mundo que você deseja que tanto quer. Qualquer um conseguiria notar tudo o bem que você faz. Cheryl. Dever do Sr. Marquês. Durante sua ausência tomarei conta dos meus novos tutelados e farei de tudo para protegê-los. Apenas peço que você faça o mesmo por Sua Alteza. J. Clive, não tem palavra para agradecer por tudo que você fez por ela perdida. Então, em vez de voltas constrangedoras de agradecimento, verei várias barris de melhor safra nas próximas temporadas. Tomara que isso faça você e seus companheiros pararem de beber aquela lavagem terrível de que tanto gostam. Que Quinten. Esse aqui a gente já leu também. O lar de uma médica. Obrigado por me ajudar a livrar meu mentor do seu corpo mortal. Ao contrário do que a grande maioria acredita, nós médicos também temos nossos limites. Não posso esperar curar todas as doenças, tratar de todas as feridas e salvar todas as vidas. O único remédio para que volte para casa salvo é prevenção. Não que saber disso impedirá de ir atrás de bimontes para coletar suas unhas. Targ. Terminando de ler as cartas, a gente vai para a missão principal, secundária. Qualidade de Telamon. Obrigado mais uma vez por nos ajudar a dar um jeito na masmorra. Se não tivesse chegado galantemente para nos salvar, acredito que o pobre Owen e o pessoal ainda estariam sofrendo por estar água praga. Mas é sempre que melhorar. Então não vai perder a cabeça. Se eu bater a sua porta pedindo mais, espera cinzas e tal. Mid. Na perda será encontrado. É difícil acreditar que o Theo já não está entre nós. Toda manhã, ao acordar, penso que ele está nos estábulos dando água para os pássaros ou preparando as cargas, mas ele não está. E a vontade de cair de joelhos e chorar quase toma conta de mim. Sei que tenho que seguir em frente, mas isso não quer dizer que eu devo esquecer. Meu irmão e eu construímos tudo que temos aqui juntos, então enquanto eu ainda tiver as caravanas, ele continuará comigo. Honrar a morte dele fazendo o que ele fez, o que ele se esforçou para ter em vida. Isso é o que eu escolho fazer. Heloise. Coragem para lutar. O que houve no Lago Leste com os portadores e os guardiões já era de se esperar. Estou orgulhoso por isso ter finalmente acontecido aqui em Rosário. O antigo Gran-Ducado pode não mais existir, mas os sonhos do Arquiduque Elven ainda estão presentes e ardem no coração de muitos. Com essas vitórias, essa chama será difundida. É apenas o começo, Clive. Mas que belo começo, Marta. Tá, missão agora. Capitão Doris, senhor. Eu e os outros rompe-munições estamos preocupados com o bem-estar da nossa capitã. Apesar do descontentamento que as recentes investigações causaram a ela, a senhora Doris recusa qualquer oferta de ajuda. Se não for muito incômodo, peço que converse com a capitã e descubra o que ela está afetando tanto. Cool, vamos lá.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
Autodeterminação. Ela fica aqui dentro do esconderijo mesmo, né? Fica. Vamos lá atrás dela.
The stew's awfully thin.
You said?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Tá, vamos lá. Deixa eu ver o que tem aqui de recompensa.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Quero coisas.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Desempenho adequado. Natalie relata que as lojas de Dalimil estão com um excelente inesperado, e para mostrar como a cidade é grata pelo auxílio no passado, expressa o desejo profundo de dividir suas riquezas com um certo Lorde Supremos. Victor. Ferro ovo, berecita, pontos de habilidade e cinzas mágicas.
You earned this.
Anel de tiro veloz. Uvas Genge.
Come again.
Tem que continuar fazendo missõezinhas pra conseguir mais coisas, hein? Pera aí, deixa eu só fazer uma coisa. Vou falar com a Vivian aqui pra sair dessa parte dela.
What will it be today? Allow me to educate you.
Tá, a situação tá tudo assim. Babá.
Study it well, Clive.
Tá nós.
The state of the realm is ever changing.
Vamos pra cá, repouso da Marta.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes.
Looking for shelter.
Colours too. Mostly green though.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin?
The world seems to be changing so fast lately, I can hardly keep up.
Oh, 1,000 of the cash-shaped jars couldn't hurt me.
Achamos.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Vamos lá então, pra cá. Tá mais rápido vir pra cá, né? Por aqui e por aqui. Uns goblinzinhos ali. Tá doente. safado, cara. Não, vem aqui. Você me acertou. Cara de pau do caramba que você tem de fazer isso. Cara de pau. Estamos chegando lá.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
Parece que fomos percebidos.
You're welcome to try.
Ah, tinha que ter um. Uma exceção da magia.
Well done, Tom.
Inimigos derrotados. Então, moça.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid.
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
Vou deixar ela embora?
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Ok. Até que foi rápida essa missão. Algum tempo depois.
Welcome back, Sid.
Hello.
Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
Hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Missão concluída. Autodeterminação. Muito bem. Vamos para agora as caçadas que eu tinha comentado que eu queria fazer.
Nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Aquela guria parece que tava lá no lago. Vamos ver, vejo o quadro de caça. Quero ver rompedor de mundos. Tem algumas missões que vão ser difíceis pra gente achar, hein? Dead pau. Irmãos. A foice da Mac. Tentar atrás desses carinhas aqui. Costa Calada de Rosária. Depois a gente vai atrás desse daqui. Quero ver se vai dar tempo, talvez não dê. Rosária fica pra esse lado aqui, né? Qual é o nome do negócio? Costa Calada. Porto Isolde. Doca. Pouso Marta, Lago Leste, Bosque Sombrio, Penhasco. Vamos aqui perto, pra ver se a gente faz uma viagem rápida. Costa Calada que a gente tem aqui. Costa Calada, cara, que bom chegando perto. Dá pra ir reto por aqui? Dá pra ir reto por aqui. De travessa e vai chegar daqui a pouco lá.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Provavelmente vai ser naquela praia, né? Costa calada, chamas. Acho que achamos os irmãos Petralha ali. E aí, gente? São 3 ao mesmo tempo, hein? Esses grandões. Vai dar trabalho fazer isso, hein? Vamos, Maggot. Aproveitar a questão de ladinho. Pra desviar. Aí conseguimos. Meteoritos, tá bom.
No more vengeance. No more war.
Vamos lá. Valmari Dalmekia, tem outro. Eu tirei foto, por isso que eu tô dando uma enroladinho. Valmari Dalmekia. Tá, vamos pra cá de uma vez. Vai ser perto aqui. Valmari. 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 Tá mais perto vir pra cá do que ali, né? Tá, a gente já sabe de ir, pelo menos. Espero não vai dar pra entrar por aqui com ela.
No need to ride from here.
Não sei nem porque é proibido, tipo. Cara, os caras parecem um fantasma parado ali do nada, cara. Consigo sair por aqui agora, né? Caminho aberto.
Let's go.
Tipo, se fosse um vilarejo que tivesse vida e tal ainda, tipo, um monte de gente, eu até entenderia, sabe? Aí não tem ninguém lá, cara.
Straight home now.
Vamos lá. Ali. O 10 de paus.
Only those who have nothing show empty your pockets. Fire and flame!
Ok, deu boa. Mais uma caçada concluída. Que bom, né? Que tá concluindo certinho. Escalatita.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than
Missão
he
do
knew.
rompedor de mundos. Vida ruína desesperada não mostrou no mapa onde que seria. Mas é o seguinte, vamos voltar lá para o esconderijo. Eu vou ver as outras. Tô registrando em foto, pra mim é mais fácil, depois pra me achar. Preciso comprar também mais umas poções, eu gastei bastante aqui. Também tomei uns danos de graça à toa ali, cara. É muito burro mesmo.
Still alive, are ya?
Estamos sempre vivos.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Tirar uma foto disso aqui. Foi-se dar um Mac. E esse daqui. Vamos primeiro nessa aqui. Ala perdida, Sambrek. Ala perdida. Deixa eu ver que parte. A missão da questão, grande parte dos escudos presos esperavam ela perdida foi levada pelo fluxo de era. No entanto, nós recebemos relatos de que um deles sobreviveu. Trata-se de um fanático que insiste em provocar a morte terrível de qualquer predador que se aproximar de mais seu esconderijo. Infelizmente, não provou ser um desafio para romper. Ela perdida sobre break. Talvez nesse buraco aqui no canto. Ou talvez nesses cantos aqui. Vamos ver se a gente acha alguém. Tentar ir reto aqui. Uma das opções era aqui, mas não tem nada, tá bom. Outra talvez lá em cima. Consigo subir por aqui? Não. Por aqui. Tô literalmente arriscando, tá, gente? Não faço nem ideia. Onde tá esse cara aqui? Não, peraí. Era pra ter um caminho pra cá. Ué. não tem nada também. Não. Eu realmente tô achando que nessa passagem de Edgar aqui, não sei como que eu tô chegando nela, cara. Como que eu faço pra ir lá? Por aqui? Talvez. Que é a igreja? Quiserem ler, vou dar uma lidinha. A gente sabe que o pessoal do jogo aqui cultua aquela deusa. Mas não tem muita informação sobre ela, né? Eu não sei, eu não acho que seja pra cá, mas... Olha. Ó, aqui a gente já cai em Vale Norven, não é? Como é que eu chego nessa passagem aqui, cara? Pera aí. Consigo ver. Tá marcado no mapa, mais ou menos o lugar onde que eu acho que deve ser. Eu repito, eu acho que é aquele lugar, porque normalmente no jogo sempre fica uma boss fight ou uma luta com algum tipo de chefe em um local mais amplo, sabe? Caraca, mano, como é que eu chego naquele lugar? Se eu vou por baixo, como se tivesse tipo um caminho por aqui, mas não existe caminho. Daí a gente vai por cima, também não tem caminho nenhum. Como se tivesse alguma coisa por aqui. Caraca, como? Tem alguma pedra, alguma coisa assim ali? $54 metros. Será que por baixo aqui? Às vezes. Tem nada a ver, né? Tem um sentido contrário. Talvez por aqui. Ah, deu boa, é aqui. Nossa. Quer dizer, aqui o caminho, né? Não sei se vai realmente estar aqui o inimigo, mas como eu disse, provável que esteja. Aham. Achamos você. Trombeteiro sagrado. Nossa, o que foi que eu fiz aqui?
Bring out your bearers! Let me and my water purge them of their sin!
You'll regret doing my mother's bidding.
Bem louco, cara.
Get him! Go for it! Get him!
Vamos queimar então. Safado. Aí. Tô começando a pegar o jeito da habilidade do Bahamut. Subimos de nível também, maravilha. Escarlatita.
Your work here is done.
É isso. Vou voltar para o esconderijo. E vou parar por aqui essa gameplay, gente. Tá quase fechando as 2 horas que normalmente eu gravo. E eu vou cortar o cabelo. Então vou ter que parar por aqui mesmo, não tem nem opção dessa vez. Espero que vocês estejam curtindo. Se tiverem, por favor, deixem seu like, se inscrevam aqui no canal, clique no sininho para receberem as notificações. E é isso, gente. Muito obrigado. Valeu, falou, até mais. Tchau, tchau, meus amigos. E se puderem, as redes sociais estão passando aqui, se inscrevam nelas. Sigam a gente nas mídias sociais, em especial aqui no YouTube. Clique no sininho e se inscreva mesmo, tá? Beleza, gente? Muito obrigado. Valeu, falou, até mais. Tchau, tchau, meus amigos.